How's it going, YouTube? This week there wasn't really anything major going on in the news. I mean, the liberals or the far left, you know, the media, they're just constantly bashing Trump all the time. They're literally throwing a fit on the very fact that he just recently is the very first president to ever have any kind of relations with North Korea and be able to talk to them about peace and whatever. And they're literally having a hissy fit because he's been able to do it when no other president has. So other than that, there really isn't anything major going on. I told you this week I would do something pertaining to like some ghost videos or whatever and give you a reaction on a particular ghost videos comment or compilation thing. The video I'm going to check out this week and give you a reaction on is done by a YouTuber that goes by the name of Sir Spooks. I've seen a few of his videos before. He does, you know, like a list channel or a countdown channel. You know, like top 5 or top 10 videos, you know. The only problem I have with most of these type of these YouTube channels, and Sir Spooks does it too, is a lot of times they go and put these videos and try to claim that it's something paranormal when it's obviously not. Now, a few of them, like Sir Spooks, they claim that they go ahead and put certain videos on there because it's entertaining. Not that it's real. They know it's not real. They even mention it when they're talking about it in their video. So I don't understand why they put it up there anyway, even if it is, they think it's entertaining. You know, people go on there to see actual footage of real ghosts, not you know, CGI effects or something like that. So I don't understand why they still put it on there. Other than the fact that they need something to fill in the space because they can't always find new content that's actually probably real or questionable. Yeah, and like I said, I've seen several other list channels like this, and 90% of the time, the video that they show, or the video clips that they show, are most generally fake. They're not real ghosts or creatures or whatever. Most of the videos, clips, are very blurred, or you can't really see anything, you know, it's too dark, or like I said, it's real blurry or really far away and you can't see what it is. That's 98% of the videos that you usually see that claim that you know, that they caught a ghost or, you know, some other type UFO or you know, creature or something. So most of these you kind of have to take with a grain of salt, because most of them are fake. I guarantee it. I usually could tell right off the bat if it's fake, but not all of them can be fake. There's that one gem in sometimes in them videos that are actually, it's real evidence, but it's hard to tell anymore because people are stupid. They fake the shit too much and then they post it on, try to pretend like it's real when everyone knows it's not. And this is just a tip to all you YouTubers who do list channels or countdowns. Stay away from videos or clips that are from third world countries. A lot of your countries like India or any kind of Middle Eastern country, Arabian, South American countries are real bad about doing it. Japan is notorious for doing fake videos because they're real big on the whole ghost crap. So they're really bad about doing fake videos, ghost videos. So you gotta be careful with these third world countries because a lot of times they post fake content all the time. They're like a lot of your Southern American or South American countries, they're really bad about it. Mexico and Colombia, Peru, they're real bad about putting fake content, especially with creature videos. So be careful about that. I would never use them videos from them countries because 90%, I guarantee you 98% of them are fake. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started on this video, and I'm going to give you my reaction to it, and I'm going to tell you right now that I'll be able to tell whether they're fake or not. So let's get this started.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos that'll give you sleepless nights. So, let's begin. Some Canadian urban explorers decided to explore an abandoned insane asylum. Only about 30 seconds into the video, they heard strange sounds coming from upstairs. At a hallway behind a door, a scary creature appears, which makes them run in fear.
This is like the psych ward. This is where they kept the crazies.
I don't watch most of these urban explorers. I've seen them, a few of them.
What?
I'm not a big fan. Looking at abandoned places, just not my thing.
Did you hear that? Man, that was coming from upstairs. That was coming from upstairs. Let's go see. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. It came from upstairs. It's up the stairs.
Hey guys.
Go first, man. Shh, no. What the fuck did you come here? Because I want to get this on video. I want to get this shit on video, man. Did you watch the asylum? They filmed that same exact thing up here. Man. Shh. Look.
Oh, that's definitely some.
Where'd the other guys go?
That's definitely a guy.
Now, could this just be a friend dressing up inside this abandoned asylum?
That's possible.
Or was it truly an unknown creature?
It's
If it were to be a
guy.
person
You see him
pretending to
wearing
be a scary
shoes.
monster, they most likely achieved this look with the help of a black wig and pretty much just crouching down in an attempt to appear ominous.
Doesn't
But how
necessarily.
did this person then achieve the sounds of the creature? They appear to be a bit harder to pull off.
No,
So,
that
what
wouldn't
do
be
you
hard to
guys think
scream
this
and
is?
holler like that. That's definitely a guy. Now, it could have been a homeless person. They've been known.
An
to-
angel or ghost was allegedly caught on
Vacant places
CCTV
like that.
in a district hospital in Las Piñas, a city in the Philippines. It appears a few times throughout the 11-minute video uploaded to YouTube on April 11th,
Oh, no,
2013.
this is Philippines.
Take a look.
You gotta be careful about these countries.
Doon ang galing nagdaan na naman. Ayun na.
Ring no, engine ma'am no. Paano nangyayari?
Ayan na, ayan. Ayan o. Ayan.
Daan lang yung ano, no? Mataas dyan.
Sundo yung mga bata dyan. May pilit ka naman.
Looks like a bug to
Hindi
me.
talaga maaninag yan, ano lang.
It's gotten real close to the camera.
Tingnan niya na.
What happens is the bug gets real close to the camera and it blurs. Just looks like a white shape or something. That happens all the time.
Hinamatay ba dyan?
Ito kasi yung ano, yung critical eh. ICU yun eh.
Oo.
Yeah, see, they're trying to claim this white dot. This blurry white dot is a ghost. And I'm telling you now, it's probably a
Pero
bug.
magtataka ka ba't may gano'n, no?
It happens a
Hindi nga
lot.
makapala nung pinanood nila
A
dito
lot
eh.
of paranormal researchers mistake bugs and stuff for
Matagal ba gusto mo?
ghosts on camera.
Gabi ba
Happens
yan?
all the time.
Wala, una nga madaling araw. Ayan, natutundoy niya.
Yeah, it's a bug, guys.
Ano bakit hindi dito? Bakit po?
Ayun na, ayun na, ayun na.
Guarantee
Kumano
that's a
naman
bug.
yan?
Kinuha niya yung kaluluwa.
Pumasok.
Next.
Ayun, ayun na, ayun na.
Nanay, no? Kita naman, no? Kita naman, no? Inanon niya. Pero may naiwan, no?
Inaakay niya, di ba?
Oh, pero ba't may naiwan pa?
Susunduin pa niya ulit siya.
Could this be the spirit of a patient, or is there a much simpler explanation to this? Let me know what you guys think.
Like I said, it's a bug.
This video from the Philippines only has around 870 views on YouTube, and it was uploaded in September of 2013. It shows a group of friends on a staircase in what could be an apartment complex.
It's so dark.
Unbeknownst to
Can't
them,
hardly see
however,
anything.
a ghost girl appears to walk behind them.
All I see is a
Tangina to
couple
mga
of
Dota boys
shadows.
ato, usap na naman ng usap ang puta. Ulul, bibidyoan ko yung mga Dota boys. Si Renz Dota boys yan, si Bin Dota boys yan, si Arlie Bang yan.
I see top of the stairs. But where they're at, it's all shadow.
Bang kayo. Tangina mo Arlie, ang payat mo.
It's fake.
I felt like I had to include this clip because it hadn't been seen by anyone, and I thought it to be intriguing.
Well, that's because
Surely
it's
this is
not
something you
real.
could definitely fake, but the lack
Yeah,
of
of course
backstory
you
and
can fake it.
information
It
makes
is
it quite
fake.
obscure and interesting. Maybe this is what a ghost would look like if they were to be real. One can only imagine who this ghostly figure is and what happened to her.
It's not a ghost. It's too prominent. You could see it's a person. It's not translucent in any
In this
way.
Japanese clip taken from an entertainment program, a few people are out in the woods at night when they encounter some strange figures or symbols, as if taken straight out of the Blair Witch Project. Then something scary happens.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Why would you upload a video like this when you know it's fake? That makes no sense. I mean, it literally says it's a Japanese game show. It's fake. Stupid to put this on there. Because you know it's not real. Yeah, it's just Blair Witch crap. You took that right out of the Blair Witch movies. Dumb. Dude, that's even more stupid. Some woman Japanese. They're so bad about that over in Japan. The whole woman with
As you can
black
see,
hair
the
in front
reactions
of
of
her eyes
certain
and
people
crap.
were shown in the top right corner of the
stupid.
video, which is
If
used
it's
to make
not
the
a
show more
woman, it's
entertaining.
usually a little
It
girl.
would appear that the ghost didn't want them there and tried to chase them off. But what is the meaning of the figures? Did they belong to the spirit in the woods? Either way, it's a scary clip that might make you think twice before entering a forest at night.
No, because that's fake ass bullshit. Nobody cares about that. Dumb. Shouldn't be putting that on.
A couple
the videos.
recorded something scary at night after they kept
If you know
hearing
it's
noises
fake,
from
don't
the
put
attic.
it on there.
The man enters through a trapdoor, while the woman is audibly and visibly freaked out. Once there, he hears a loud noise and the audio starts glitching. As the man finally goes downstairs again, a creature shows itself from within the darkness and quickly moves out of sight again.
Calma. Estás bem?
So dark.
Calma.
See, I hate that when it's just so dark you can't see nothing. It looked like he bumped into a bunch of crap.
Não.
Scared himself. What the hell, man? Tell her to shut the fuck up. That would drive me up the wall.
Peraí, eu ajudo você.
Oh,
Olha, mas fecha, fecha.
did you see it?
Fecha isso, mas não viste alguma coisa? O que é que tem acontecido?
You didn't see that face?
I'll try to enhance this footage so we can get a clearer look.
Yeah. See, that's so
This
fake.
seems to almost be
That
the same
looks
quality
faker
of a
than
found
shit.
footage horror film, which makes me wonder
Yeah,
if it was
I bet
created
it
by a
was.
company or small film studio.
Yeah, it's,
That is of
it's
course just
definitely
speculation,
some-
as
off
I
of
am
some
yet to find the
film.
true source of this video. Do you
somebody
guys think
making
this
a
is a
film.
real creature,
No,
or is
it's
it all
not
just a
real.
hoax?
It's definitely CGI.
Let me know in the comments down below.
That's so fake. See, I hate that shit when they do that crap. They put on there stuff like that that's definitely fake. I don't know why some of these list channels do that. Makes no sense. Yeah, it might seem entertaining, but it's just when a person can tell it's fake, you shouldn't even put it on there. Anyways, that's the end of that. That's my reaction to that. I can tell almost all those were fake. They were all something wrong with them. It was. I don't think any one of those was actually real. So, it's disappointing. I like seeing actual real that makes you question it, you know, like could that actually be real, you know? But when you tell it's fake, it's fake. It's just, you know. Anyways, I hope you like that part of the video. I'll try to find something else to do a reaction to next time. I gotta be careful with the compilation videos of like the funny stuff, like the dark memes and shit, because you know people will put on their freaking music and crap, and you can get copyrighted for that. I don't know how they get away with doing it, but YouTube tends to catch it pretty quickly. But anyways, I'll find something else to do next week. Alright, YouTubers, let's move on to your B-movie review. So all you movie-holics this week, I decided to go with horror this week. There is a horror trilogy that has become a super huge cult classic, and I've never actually watched them. They all three star one of my favorite actors of all time, Jeffrey Combs. He plays, when he does any type of movie or whatever, or even TV or something, he'll do some weird characters, really strange or gothic, and he's not afraid to play like alien characters or creatures or something like that. A really awesome dude, or actor. I love Jeffrey Combs. anyways, I decided to do all 3 of the Re-animator series. They're all based off an H.P. Lovecraft short story done in 1922 called Herbert West. Now, Herbert West is Jeffrey Combs' character. He's the main guy in all 3, Dr. West, if you want to call him that. The first one was called Re-animator. It was done in 1985. It made about $2 million for the box office, which wasn't really great, but wasn't really bad either. It also starred Bruce Abbott as Dr. Kane and Barbara Crampton as Meg. Kane and Meg are basically fiance. They're engaged. The dean of the school is Meg's father. He kind of brings in Herbert West as a star pupil or medical genius, scientist, whatever. There's another doctor at the university that West and him kind of rub each other the wrong way because West thinks he's smarter than him, and Dr. Hill, he thinks he's kind of like the leading expert on brains or things to do with the brain. Not necessarily neurology, but just in general. Like a brain surgeon, he's like the top brain surgeon or something like that. Anyways, he has this, he's kind of like the bad guy. He's kind of got like this hypnotic effect. He can get people to manipulate people to do what he wants, but through hypnosis. He just stares at him a lot and then gets him to do what he wants. But anyways, he has an obsession with the dean's daughter. I don't know. They kind of get into it over that. West ends up moving in with Dr. Kane. They decide to share an apartment building together, and West creates his lab in the basement. Kane finds out he's doing experimental research on corpses with his dead cat. This kind of causes friction at first, but then he's like, well, you're a genius. You can reanimate the dead and bring them back, West asks him for his help because he's not perfected the formula yet. Dr. Hill somehow finds out about he goes sees West in his basement or whatever, the lab, and he's going to try to take over his experiments, and Jeffrey Combs is like, I don't think so. He wants to take credit for the formula and whatever, and Herbert West wasn't having it, so he kills him, chops off his head, and reanimates both his corpse and his head. Dr. Hill turns on it, knocks him out, and takes off with his formula. It starts to get crazy because just before this, West and Kane were trying to reanimate a corpse in the morgue, and Barbara's father, the dean, he walks in on him, and the corpse kills him. They knock out the corpse, and then they reanimate her father because they're flipping out. Anyways, that whole situation there leads to Dr. Hill finding out. He takes over. As treats the dean as his patient, and he kind of takes over the school, sort of. and that's how he finds out about Wes's experiments. He ends up getting him killed, and then he goes back to the morgue, kidnaps Barbara, tries to sexually molest her. It's a weird, freaky movie. It's funny, but it's weird. Anyways, he reanimates all the corpses in the morgue of the university hospital, and then hypnotizes them under his control, including her father. But eventually her father turns on him. There's this big fight. West and Kane show up at the hospital. There's a big fight in the morgue. All the corpses get loose, and the police show up, and there's a big fight. And supposedly, from the end of this movie, it looks like West gets killed by Dr. Hill's intestine. It wraps around him. It looks like it kills him. And he throws the formula to Kane or whatever. Kane and Barbara look like they escape. And that's the end of the movie. But apparently that's not what exactly happened. Because then you move on to the second one, or sequel, which is Bride of Re-animator. And it was done in 1989. I couldn't find any box office numbers for it. In this one, the lead female character is Fabiana Udinino. She's a reporter in Peru, which, you know, after what they're calling the massacre now at the university, a year later, at the very beginning of the movie, you find them in Peru, West and Kane, which makes no sense because you thought West dies. And apparently Meg died too. It doesn't go really into any explanation how she dies. But those two are in Peru because they wanted to get away from all the incident and the publicity or whatever. Anyways, they decide to go back. They're done experimenting there. Wes is done experimenting on the corpses of the Civil War in Peru. So they go back to the university. They somehow get the same house, and he sets up another lab in the basement. He realizes he can now animate human parts instead of, you know, just the whole corpse. He can animate individual parts. Well, he convinces Dr. Kane that, you know, to create kind of like a Bride of Frankenstein, you know, a bunch of body parts put together with Meg's heart, and create a woman out of body parts. So they decide to do that. There's a woman at the hospital that, you know, a patient of Kane's. She ends up dying, and they cut off the head and use the head of that woman for the bride. There's a lieutenant. He finds it. He's very suspicious of Kane and West. He finds, or West finds him snooping in his lab, and he ends up killing him, reanimating him, which causes a bunch of problems. There's a doctor at the university who finds a sample of Wes's formula, and he finds Dr. Hill's head in the evidence, and he ends up reanimating Dr. Hill's head, puts bat wings on it so he can move around. Dr. Hill hypnotizes and reanimates the rest of the corpses in the morgue at the university, and they decide, with the new doctor, they decide to go and attack West and Kane. Kane and Fabiano, they kind of become a thing. The reporter, they become a thing. Boyfriend and girlfriend. He rejects the bride and stays with the reporter, and the bride decides to kill herself by pulling out the heart, committing suicide because of rejection. But when Hill's force or zombie force attacks, they sneak out through a cemetery, but the tunnel collapses. What looks like on Hill and the zombies, and of course West too. But apparently he gets out. But Dr. Kane and his new girlfriend, they get out and escape. And then we move on to the third one, which is Beyond Re-animator. And it was done in 2003. Your new leads in this, of course, is Jeffrey Combs. And then the new doctor is Jason Barry. And the new lead, female lead, is Elsa Pataky. She plays a reporter. Anyways, in this one, the new doctor, Jason Barry, he takes over for doctor of this prison that supposedly Herbert West has been in for quite some time. After last incident, he went to prison. The new doctor, he watched his sister die by one of the corpses from the last incident, so he became a doctor, and he found a sample of Dr. West's reanimation formula. Anyways, he starts experiments with West, hoping to be able to bring back. He's been thinking about bringing back his sister. The reporter gets with the new doctor, and they become like boyfriend and girlfriend. But the warden has this sick, sadistic obsession with the new reporter. He ends up killing the new reporter, or the reporter, the woman. West and the new doctor, they reanimate her. But the warden, he comes to check on him, and West ends up killing him. He's been doing these weird experiments where he shocked a rat and he took some type of energy from the rat. He reanimated a rat, and then put this energy from a different rat into this other rat, and it seemed to make it better, not as dumb and violent. So they kill the ward and take his energy, which is basically behavioral energy. It takes on the behavior, the corpse will take on the behavior of whatever energy it comes from. So he sticks this behavioral energy into her, so she's partly his girlfriend and partly this sadistic warden, personality, like a split personality. It's kind of weird. Anyways, there's a riot. The girlfriend goes nuts, kills some people, and the warden is reanimated by Jeffrey Combs. He goes nuts. He's got some type of, he puts the rat energy in him, behavioral energy in him. He's all nutty and psycho, and a bunch of people die, and Jeffrey Combs, even the doctor, goes nuts, the new doctor. Jeffrey Combs, he leaves the prison and escapes, and that's basically the end of the movie. You watch him walk off in the distance. Actually, I like the third one better than I do the second one. The first one was the best. It was good. It was funny. It was cheesy. It was really great. The second one, not so much. I didn't care for it all that much. Wasn't really all that great. The third one was a little bit better. I didn't mind it as much. It was kind of crazy, but it was good. It was much better than the second one. I suggest you give them a watch if you like cheesy, campy horror flicks. They're really good. It's got Jeffrey Combs. He's an amazing actor. As before, if you have any suggestions of a movie a B-rated movie I might not have seen that you think I might like, leave a suggestion or comment down below and tell me about it, and I'll check it out, watch it, and give it a review as soon as I can. Until then, I told you you'd be told the truth, and you just